Whose picture is that? The man.
Begnaud. This?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my great uncle. He was assassinated. That's the Begnaud's assassination. You ever read that book?
No.
Oh, it's wonderful. These two little Frenchmen came here and they worked on the Boudreaux's property, which was east of Scott. The Boudreaux's. Now the Boudreaux's started where the Bros ended, and it went to Four Corners and Lafayette. All that land on Highway 9 and between the railroad and that belonged to the Boudreaux's. So these little Frenchmen, the old steakhouse, there's a picture of it here. I don't know where it is. And they worked there. He had a grocery store, and his brother, Simeon, had a bar that was north of the railroad track in Scott. And so one night, when everybody was gone and it was late, they decided, all this time they had been thinking they were going to murder him. So they came and they told, I said they wanted to see something in the store anyway. When he bent down, when they heard him, they wanted his money, he didn't want to give it. Then they pierced him 50 some more times with they had taken a file. You used to, they had shaped it some kind of way, and they just stabbed it and stabbed it and stabbed it and stabbed it. They wrapped him in bed, they murdered him. They murdered him. His name was Martin Begnaud. That was his name. Then, what the people noticed after that, they had not come to his funeral. The Boudreaux, Mrs. Boudreaux said, well, that's funny. They were so close. Why didn't they come to that funeral? Well, they disappeared. They left Scott. They traveled over the United States, went back to France, spent all the money. I believe it was $8,000 they had stolen. It was a lot of money.
Yeah,
then they came back, and they had come back. They were going to kill Mr. Alcide. He had the big store in Scott. But before that happened, when the Mrs. Boudreaux says, you are the one that killed my brother. And they had taken a Benton man from Camp Crew. They tortured him so much he was almost ready to confess that he had done it because they were so hard on him. But he had not, it was them. So the way they fooled him, the sheriff went to the oldest one and he said, well, I'll tell you what, your brother just confessed you killed Begnaud. You tell us what you did with the money. But it wasn't true. He hadn't confessed. Then he blurted out what they had done with the money. That's how they found out it was them. My grandfather fixed the knot on the rope that hung it.
Wow.
There were people, and then the courthouse at Lafayette and the church, you know how they are, the courthouse is in, well, they found out that morning that facing the church, they said, you can't be a criminal like that, so they kind of changed something. Said people were climbing in the trees to see that hanging. They were like that.
We used to do cages.
They were buried in the cemetery in Lafayette, in an unmarked grave.
And I have pictures of all the kids
Alexis.
dressed in buffalos.
Alexandre Begnaud and Lilith Constantin's son that was murdered. Do you know that when their last granddaughter was murdered in Duson by Touchet? He got in that house one night and he murdered her.
Big red house.
She had a son and they had a granddaughter. And you know that this year, a great-grandson, you know about that Ken Buckey and Charles and Scott that happened?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a great-grandson. That 3 murders in that.
Right there.
It skipped mine.
Well,
It skipped
lucky.
well, we're not all dead yet.
Yeah.
We were 40 grandchildren, and I believe there are about 20 left. So you never can tell what's going to happen to them. But the son, granddaughter, and a great-grandson.
I said, you just.
Hope that's the end.
Yeah, let's hope.